Hello. Welcome back.
We're back with blueprints.
Simon's adventures in his new house.
Simon's quest.
God damn it. Continues. Today, previously on Blueprints.
Previously, we started
Lots
doing...
of discoveries.
Yeah.
Simon, we did our first outdoor room for the first time.
Yeah.
Which is not room 46.
No.
It feels like it should be, but it's not.
Despite it being a 46th room on the estate.
I guess because it's not part of the house.
Yeah, it's an
it does not count as the 46th
ensuite?
room. Yeah. We shall see. Learned an awful lot, actually, about a couple of people's backstories.
Yeah. And we did that. We get 20 extra steps now because we unlocked the apple orchard.
That's true.
We turned on 2 gas torch...
2 of 4 gas torches.
braziers, whatever.
Braziers.
No, isn't braziers like
Oh, yeah,
what a bra is?
brazier, sorry. Braziers for bra.
2
I should know, I wear them.
2 brazzers. And we started solving what I'm calling the Wordle puzzle.
Yeah. So far, the Wordle puzzle has revealed the words 8 dates crack 8 safes, but although there is more to it than that,
Yeah.
there are words we don't know. And I'm guessing that means that that there are 8 safes in the mansion that take 8 4-digit date solutions. Because we've already done one of those.
I think as part of my note
over in the orchard. Go on. Sorry.
I said I think as part of my note taking, I'm going to have a section on dates and what was on those dates.
Mm-hmm. We've seen a bunch of safes already. We just haven't opened very many of them. Also, we've got Simon's allowance now.
We've got 1 coin of allowance.
1 coin each day. It is day 12, which puts it somewhere in the middle of November 1993.
Right.
The thing that was most interesting to me from last time is that this is not Earth.
Mm-hmm.
We are not on Earth. This is some other universe with its own history and its own...
Right. Because it started saying...
something about the 3rd era, the 4th era, the Red Guard, whoever they are.
Right.
This is a kingdom somewhere, I believe. Were these always blue and... Were these always purple and yellow?
I think so, but I wasn't paying close attention.
I'll try and remember that from next time. Or geese. Or oh no, swans.
Yeah.
Someone's got a swan thing going on. This
Swan Prince.
This has a lock on it, but
It does.
I don't think it... we haven't gotten a prompt to open it yet. Maybe we need a specific key for that. Did an awful lot of this last time.
Mm-hmm. Also, you have the western path if you want to go draft that room.
Oh, that's true. Well, hey, we'll press on here for a bit.
Yeah, we found the bomb shelter.
Paula.
Stop it.
Only one of the other boxes is false.
Okay.
The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box.
So black has to be a lie.
Yeah. Which means one of these are true.
Which means the other 2 must be true, because if they were both false, then all boxes would be false.
Right, so this has to be the box.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
And yeah, this is the room of silly walks where we did find a safe.
Yeah.
You found a safe.
It is here.
Nice. Beat the Prairie King.
Ta-da! Still don't know what the digits are, though.
Yeah, we don't know. It could be one of 365.
1,000.
Well, if they're date related.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you can redeem your...
Yeah, it would be nice to get the magnifying glass back. Also, I noticed that the sleeping mask did not appear while it was checked here. I guess this is a way of making sure that you'll always have the item.
You can only check one thing.
I know.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Items spawning here is not a guarantee.
What? Sorry?
I mean, that I don't feel like a spoiler. Sometimes things have spawned in a room and sometimes they don't. Like, they're random.
Yes. I mean, if you want to put an item, if you want to make sure that an item will appear on a future date, you can put it in the code check, because then it won't appear randomly.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't make that clear. I'm in house, but it mentioned. It's gonna be in my head every time. Banana. Potassium.
Isn't that coming out soon?
Something like that. I'm not as hyped for it as I was before, but that's alright.
Yeah, it's fine for things to be just normal amounts of exciting.
Yeah, but they're not allowed to be. Not Undertale. I have to think it's God's own gift to video games.
You do?
If not, I'm phobic or whatever. Security. All right. I'm gonna guess there's a... Yep, there's a door here. Security door.
We can... Oh, other things that we have notes for. Looking through. Was we got into the office, so we got emails, so we got something on the VAC indicators.
Yeah. Didn't miss anything yet. That's good. Locked. Damn.
And we've got the soil quality.
Yeah, the soil quality index. I'm not sure exactly how useful that'll come into play, but hey, you never know.
Nox.
Hi, Nox.
Hey, howdy, hey.
All right, let's take a look outside. All right. Walking outside counts as one step.
Yes.
Walking to the yard counts as one step. I'm gonna guess walking in here counts as one step.
True, but sometimes you could just, you know.
Shrine?
An offering, receive a blessing. Hear from that man.
Several days.
Sure. What's 3 get you?
Blessing of the High Roller.
When you draft a shop room, gain 1 dice. Gain 5 extra coins when you use a dice.
All right. Don't say no to that.
Oh, I wish it was the Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
The closet.
The items.
Damn it, a key. No complaints.
Sort of the 2 most important. More key.
Holly house into a holly home. Aw.
I think when we find the magic room that has the Wi-Fi router, it's 93. But then again, it's a different universe.
A rabbit's foot. Oh. Poor rabbit.
Simon,
maybe that mother goose is supposed to be like a mother swan.
I don't know. Maybe.
Because there's a swan motif everywhere.
Listen to my story about a little guy who lives in a red world. And all night and all day and everything he sees is just red. Like the prince.
Inside and outside.
Check yourself out. Thanks to the orchard, we are still 2 steps ahead of what your starting steps are.
This square thing bothers me. That feels like it should be something. Oh well. Don't tell me if it is or isn't. Items for sale. Okay. Got anything for 2? Oh, free dice.
Ah, yeah, because you...
Thank you, sir.
From the high roller.
Nope.
Nope.
Can't afford nothing.
But you could if you rolled that dice. But also, it's a valuable thing. Warrior. A ching. Wait. Spend it if you're gonna spend it.
Oh, that's right. Oops. Good thinking, honey.
Or they get you with their...
Salt shaker? Does that make your food tastier?
Yeah. You know, if you want to eat a salted banana.
No thanks. What was the gardening angel's name?
Raya,
Raya?
Raya Lucaria.
Something like that. These are all angels of...
First one is the farmer.
Farmer.
Gardener.
Kidney sweep. Rider. Also farmer? Also farmer.
Gardener versus farmer.
Farmer, alright.
Hey, pizza chef!
Big pizza pie. Sweeper.
Hey, because we got the Chicago Pope now.
God damn it. Chicago's been going to be unbearable for years.
That man's gonna sit on the chair of St. Peter and with all his infallibility is gonna say that deep dish is the best, and it's gonna cause a huge schism. Use science.
Science! Yeah, read Kimberly's note. Oh, fruit.
Imagine if you salted that apple.
No, thank you. Mail room? Haven't even seen the mail room yet. More money.
Allowance. Bedrooms. And we already have 2, so the next bedroom will bring your allowance online. Like the boudoir, but also it kind of cut off here.
Yeah, we're kind of trapped here now. Oh well. Still, we get the real allowance raise. Yay. There's a safe back there. Still don't know what the still don't know what its combination is. The key, not gonna be able to use it this run.
We still have because the security had.
That's a security door. Can't open it.
Oh, we're locked in.
Yep. Let's call it a day, Simon.
Call it a day.
Take one down.
We got allowance. Just turn it around.
Hi, Vera. Also, hi, Toucans. Thank you for joining the Discord.
Yeah.
Just saw that you did that earlier today.
Howdy, howdy, y'all. I didn't say hello to a lot of folks. Didn't say hello to Off-Brand or Corgi. I think I said hello to Nox. But in case I didn't, hello. And hello, Vera.
Hello, Vera.
Cards on the table. Face and ace still hurts me
Really?
as a letter thing. I was like, queen, spades, diamonds. What's face and ace? Duh. Stag and tag was also.
It is a little insidious to use fear and pine with the same picture.
Yes, agreed.
Tool shed. 2 special items.
Items.
Well.
Oh.
Hi, bud.
That's one. Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer. I keep saying that. Because I like that song.
Yeah.
Hi, Peter Gabriel.
Just be more equipped.
Washed
Helper.
helper. Since 1868. Doesn't seem terribly remarkable otherwise.
It doesn't, but this room has been, like, starting off the day with 2 items.
That is real good.
Huge.
Also, just glad to have the extra wiggle room in terms of steps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
70.
hi, bird. You be good.
70's huge. 70's so much more than 50. I know just looking at the page, there is an achievement for finding room 46 on day 1.
How?
I don't know.
Maybe in your New Game Plus run or something.
Oh, you've been working on day 1? Oh, wow. Like, obviously, as a room 46 enjoyer, but even, like, you know, it's like, I don't, oh, hell yeah, let's get a parlor game going. Put this shit in my veins.
Imagine, like, living in a time period where the hot competitive game around was Whist. And that's what you and your friends would play when they came over to smoke. The gems are in a box with a statement.
That's
well,
true.
That has to be true.
That's true.
Oh,
wait.
Okay, maybe it doesn't.
No, it doesn't have to be.
The white box does not have a statement. That does have to be true.
Which means the other one must be false, because I presume no statement is not presumed to be true or false.
Okay. So it's this one.
Wait, it says the white box does not have a statement, which is true.
That's true. How am I supposed to judge if that's true or false?
That's neither, so that one must be false.
Right, because one box always has to be false.
Yeah, so
the gems are in a box with a statement.
Without a statement, right?
Without a statement. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, euchre. That was my cousins and uncle played euchre.
Oh yeah, a lot of my friends when they were kids loved euchre. I never got it. I mean, I know how to play euchre. I mean, I don't remember how to play euchre, but I did. What am I saying here? Euchre. I don't really like euchre all that much. I'm more of a poker kid.
You're more of a Balatro kid.
No, I was actually a huge poker kid.
Oh, did you play like Hold'em with friends?
We played Hold'em with family. Had a toy gambling set, and whenever we went to my grandma and grandpa's house, we would always gamble out on the porch.
Yeah, we would play some. We would play.
We would never like win or bet. It was just for like fun. Never bet
Yeah.
anything, but like, you know.
We played. My grandparents liked 5-card draw poker, so we would do that, and blackjack. Classics of casino gambling.
Yeah. Nursery.
With a gem.
The baby's not gonna want that.
1 gem Yeah, that's a choking hazard, if anything.
Yeah. Then again, look how big they are. Maybe not.
True.
Lanook. I'd really like a green room. A doggy.
Hello. And we have a shovel, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Doggy. Hi, bud.
Whoa.
Oh, good buddy. Hi,
Doggy.
buds.
A doggy.
Hi, puppy. Oh, hello. Pet the
Yeah.
dog.
Oh.
Oh, you can pet the dog in Blueprint. Cat.
Cat.
Aw. No cat. No cat around here. Puppy. Is there anywhere to dig in this room?
You would think, just to illustrate it, but the door might be unlocked anyway.
Unsure of what this... Oh, the vision mentioned a cat. A black cat.
With a
red flag.
Yes.
Motionless red flag. Anything motionless red besides? Well, no, we don't want to. Don't say it out loud, or they'll hear. Puppy, hi, buddy. No,
They
boys.
They all have dog doors at least, so they can go outside.
They can't escape. That's true.
Oh.
What about you, bud? You a good dog? Oh,
Yeah. They're beagles, so you know they tear the fuck out of the yard.
for sure. That's why they got to have all this running space. Apple. I'll take the hit.
We're gonna get married.
Married.
Presumably a gem. Everyone loves gems. Plus 72 steps. Damn, if only we could dig in here. Coupon book.
Coupon book. Save $1. Save a coin on each purchase you make. Cool. Haven't drafted any shops yet, but I'll keep it in mind.
So we've seen
History of Arindia.
Yeah.
Probably the kingdom we live in,
Presumably?
would think. Launder currency. All right, I'm curious.
I love laundering money. Back, maybe? And dry.
all of your keys with all of your gems at a 1-to-1 rate.
Ah.
Interesting.
If you had like a ton of money, you could turn that all into gems.
Do I get a discount with the coupon thing? Does this count as a shop?
Maybe, but I get you would wind up still way worse off to do that.
Yeah. Let's not do that for now. Interesting idea, though. Come back and maybe it could be strategic later. Go to the chapel and we're gonna get crunk.
That's why they got wine.
Shit. Huh. Well,
Got that
maybe
hallway
that
spot.
I know. Well, maybe the laundry room will be a good idea after all.
That's true too. You could change your.
Shit. Well, no, I just lost the coin that I need to do it.
Well, maybe you could draft that room. It might go crazy.
That's not gonna work.
That's 2 keys. And then you could.
Oh yeah, forgot we got this upgrade.
Yeah.
Ding ding.
Plus a digging spot.
An ordinary key. Cool, an extra key. Yeah, another key. Hey, what's your name? What's your name, puppy?
Oh.
You have names? No?
I'm also Simon.
It's me, Herbert Jr.
I'm
No relation.
I'm a stately 9 years old. Long have I lived, Simon. Definitely unlocked.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Man. Forgot that lasted many days. It's kind of not necessary. Dog.
We're gonna be serving Portillo's in the chapel soon.
Ding.
Another star.
Didn't miss anything?
Perfect.
Let me guess. Locked? Yep. Acceptable. Less acceptable.
That does suck. Dee.
Let's make an experiment. Okay. Probably not going to play long enough for this to actually matter, but let's try it anyway.
But maybe. I don't believe it. There she goes again.
Archives. Ooh.
War doors.
But no longer able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans.
Hello, Sharky.
Hi, Sharky. Let's try it. It's just a new room.
New room. It's got new exciting things in it.
None of these are security doors. That's good.
Got letters.
Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor.
Oh boy, hang on. This is gonna be a note-taking page.
Swimbird. The niece and closest living relation of Baronet Chase Sinclair. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Political associations. Okay. So the Sinclair family, we already know, are close with the local royals.
Yeah.
My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination to take over from there. Her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. Okay, so we think that's Simon.
Yes.
Rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. So red is the Royalist color in this universe, not the communist color. Huh. Author detained by Red Guard. RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Black Water. Lots of color names, huh?
Yeah.
Philip White.
Ah, I didn't. It's Clue.
I don't know what it might be. Mary Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Rushington Press. Suspicious bag under the... Grand treason.
That's a pretty serious.
No traces discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. Simon's mom. Priceless jewels? How are these two stories related? Several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. Subdued the royal guard, disabled the security system. Ruby crown of Arinda Ares, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. That was politically motivated. Hello.
Intrigue. Also, dates.
Indeed. Let's see. August 22nd of 85.
Yep.
January 27th of 86.
November 11th.
Of 86.
And 17th.
17th of also 86, I presume. February 22nd of 87. And September 2nd of this, of either 87 or this year. I'm going to guess also of 87.
That's summer of 69.
All right, this took a turn, didn't it?
Hanging on Simon's porch.
So, Simon, your mom disappeared when you were little.
Doing some crown jewel thieving.
Might be a...
might not be her. She might have just been disappeared.
Yeah.
But it needed the rhyme.
All right. Archived.
What could it be? Ah.
Lovely.
Okay. We're looking for off blue, green, white, red, purple, and white will only show up after all 6 have been set to purple.
The dark room lights are already on. Huh.
Maybe they, like, the circuit trips and it goes off or something.
All right. Say again, sorry.
So it's off blue, green, white, red, purple, and we know that white will only show up after all 6 have been set to purple. That is all the information that we have. Oh.
Oh my god, it's lights out.
Kind of. This is weirder than Lights Out. Oh. It seems like when you press blue, it makes green become blue and red become...
I have no idea what I'm doing here. Trying to figure out a pattern. Huh.
Huh. We do love buttons. Hello, Alarm Frog.
Hi, Alarm Frog. I haven't seen you in a bit. I have no idea where I'm even supposed to start on this one.
Well, we have to start by getting them all purple.
Right, but I don't know how to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm back in the mystery of time and space. Shit never changes.
Is that a miss thing?
No. It's an old Flash game.
Oh, is that like Submachine or something?
Sort of. It's very similar.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no, wait. I have a theory. Damn it. Shit.
Spreads around.
The other colors don't, I guess? How strange.
Writing down that blue spreads when clicked.
I'm gonna come back to this.
Okay.
It's a bit of a headache. Oh, wait.
Grain and Rain. We're on rank 6. Is this on the column A?
Yes.
Oh, G.
Okay. Not locked, thank God.
Yeah, but we'll stumble upon it. We'll find it as we find it.
Please don't spoil anything. By please don't, I mean, we'll ban you.
What do we got?
Paint and plane?
We have that one written down, but we don't have a letter. Yeah, appreciate it. Finally.
Well, since we have GAES, I feel like it could only be like Gales or Gates.
Yeah. Maybe we find other things and then in context it makes more sense. Yeah, it could be Gales, it could be Gates, it could be oh, funny spelling of gaze. Gayes.
Can't afford that one anyway.
Can't afford it. You don't know what it is, you just know it's expensive.
Didn't I just see that was set to on? Hang on.
Yeah, maybe like shorted.
Oh.
Hello there. Don't you wanna press the purple one? Turn to blue. Dabba dee dabba da. You got it wrong, now you die. Yeah, dee ba da da.
Shut up.
It's Lounge Eiffel 65. Ba ba da ba ba da.
Time and tie?
Yeah, this is rank 7, column B. Time and tie, so M.
Locked, and I'm also gonna guess locked.
Maybe not. Gem.
Gems.
Yes, emerald.
Also locked. Alright, well that ties it for today.
Unless you want to hang out in the utility closet some more, pretty much.
I do not.
Fair enough.
Maybe there will be a hint about that later. Prosaic
Big
villa.
House with prosaic little windows and prosaic Corvettes.
Can you pour me another finger, please?
Ice or no ice?
Ice, please.
Put it on the rock.
And if you want some for yourself.
I don't.
Okay. Married life.
I used the index finger.
Thank you, darling.
Steps taken. 51. Double allowance.
Let's see what's going on out here.
Hungry.
I do like the painting art, the illustrative painting art style of this game. Looks very like old kids book. Very, not Tintin. What am I thinking of? It'll come to me. Maurice Sendak. Yeah. Only useful if I have a shovel.
Yeah.
Let's go with this. It really helped last time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whoops. Didn't know I could turn it off.
All of a tuck. You must leave the hovel.
Get out.
The driver can stay, despite the fact that the driver
is engaging in criminal. Well, she doesn't know that yet. This guy is just not doing the work they're paying him for. So,
yeah. Which, yeah, the other guy said as much. I think they might have sped up the sprint function.
What, from when you played?
Yeah.
All right, try over here for the first day. Let's take a crack. Everybody loves the pull outlet.
Oh, it goes faster when you're outdoors? Uh-huh.
The white box is false. The blue box is false. The gems are in a box with a false state.
Okay. White box is false. Blue box is false. If they were in the blue,
then this would be true. And this would be false.
yes. Yeah, and then it doesn't matter.
But this would have no position on that.
Yeah, it'd be like in a weird superposition, which isn't necessarily wrong.
Not the clean answer we're looking for.
If they were in the black box,
And the white box is false. And the blue, then that would be false. And this would be true. And this would be false. Which is that's a valid combination. So is it this one? No,
Oh.
First time we buffed it. Still, not a bad streak.
oh gems
13
for you.
13 in a row. Not a bad run.
Oh, you die. I'm sorry, it has to happen this way. I love you. It's over.
Kaiba.
You must go to the Shadow Realm. You have to do the Labyrinth Guardian one, Joey.
Ding ding. Fuck you. Haven't seen a good green one in a bit.
You know?
Wait a minute. A funny thought. Are any of these written by Marion Marigold? No? Ging. Quarry yard. Quarry in the yard. Simon.
I one time spent the night in a house for actually a couple days in a house that had a bookcase door.
Sick. What's 11 stars do? Diamond is major. And it'd be lovely if we were doing a gem run today. Ah, neither of you are security doors. That's lucky.
It's nothing. One day it's gonna say something like Temple Guard pendant.
So yeah, we all have those dreams of like what kind of weird huge house would you do if you suddenly won the lottery or whatever? Honestly, I've entertained thoughts like those a lot over my lifetime, and I don't know if the honest answer is I'd do very much.
I would have something. I had like a bajillion dollars.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have one wacky room.
Oh, yeah. Nothing enormous, you know. Mostly because I'd just be happy to own a house and property at this rate. Like a yard. Like a yard. Some place to grow vegetables.
Vegetables.
Puppy.
Oh.
Hello again. Hello.
Yeah, and that one's eating.
Hungry. There's a cat again. Oh, yeah. A train room.
Ah.
Another locked door. Huh. All right. What dates do you have there, hun?
I have 0822.
Negative.
I have 0127.
Negative.
1111.
1. Negative.
1117.
Negative.
0222.
Negative.
0902.
None of these. Huh.
Nope.
None of the right. Make a note. None of those open the office safe. Gem up there? No, it's just a pyramid. Little decoration. Ah, so does the gold end up in here?
No, because this room didn't exist when you spread it.
Ah, fair. Right, and there's a note here about putting stuff from the conference room in the office safe, right? Yeah.
That's not the code.
There are 12 chairs here. I was wrong. 8 letters, 8 hands, but there are 12 red seats.
13. One in the corner.
14.
Oh, there's 2 in the corner. 5 by 5. Student pipe. Le gem.
Hmm. Her ladyship's
Her
chamber.
ladyship's chamber. Spacious. Yes.
That's what I thought.
What did you think?
I thought that maybe if we drafted a bedroom on this particular tile, her ladyship's chamber would appear. This is the E tile.
Huh.
See?
Okay. Why?
Because they mentioned the West Wing used to be hers.
Oh.
304, safe deposit box key. Seen that before. Haven't found the safe it goes to. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Lord Flindall.
An upgrade disc.
Well, this was worth it.
And who are you? Oh, are you Marion?
Maybe? And I'm Lord Havisham. Please don't read the diary.
Oh, are you literally sisters?
Maybe.
That would make Simon a literal Red Prince.
Does
He'd be royalty. Yeah, he'd be if Marion is Lady Epson's sister, then that would make Marion royalty, and it would make Simon royalty.
Oh.
Her ladyship's diary is locked. That's a younger Herbert. This is presumably her dad, Sir Epson, Lord Epson. Does it never end?
He's playing MASH.
The Monster Mash. King piece.
Wait, no, that's a queen.
That's a
isn't
queen
it?
piece.
That's
Sorry,
queen.
that's a queen piece. Harp. Can't play the harp. I don't know any real harpists.
Assume there's not that many to know.
Yeah. There we go. The shoes. Get me him.
See the shoes.
The coupon book. And a key and a gem. There's a pawn in the walk-in closet.
Yep, recorded.
Cool.
Check the one in the office if we go back that way.
We are going back that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going back that way.
Yeah. Do you mean the chess piece in the office?
Yeah.
As a queen.
Humor me if you would.
All right.
Plus, we gotta put the upgrade disc in.
Fair enough. Oh no, that's a king piece.
That's a king, baby.
Ah, there's a king piece in the office. Okay. Oops. I was meant to press E.
Boudoir.
What else could the boudoir do? Extra gem, extra
plus
dice, an extra app. Oh, fruit.
An apple.
Huh.
Maybe more.
I'll take the dice.
Yeah, dice seem hard to come by and really good.
Yes. All right, we can press through the dining room or the conference room. Let me try the conference room. I am running a little low on steps.
Yeah, for this kind of day, bedroom makes. Ooh, and you got the
car keys.
Yeah, and you got the shoes, so you will make step profit.
Slightly, yeah. I've only had to die. Whatever, I'll take the keys.
It's okay, you got it. Puzzling goes pretty well, I'd say.
Hey, bud.
Oh, I love him. Oh, if we can make it 2 ranks, we can get a bunch of food from.
I have no money for this. I have no money for this, so let's do bunk room. Ham.
Pick on him.
Hi, ham.
Having a drink.
Can I pet the ham? I wish I could pet the ham.
Should be allowed to.
Hi, buddy. Oh, good boy.
Oh, he's curious. Whoa.
Even
2
more
keys.
keys. Ah, hang on.
Down left, it's the no smoking sign. You did it. You can exit.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello. I'm back.
And about time to. God, yeah, if only we could play the Royal Atari. I had no games for it, Simon. I only know eat hot chip and lie.
Oh.
Coins from the office.
Boiler room. Power source. Let's do this again.
If you can make it into that north room, you could go back to the dining room and get a big food.
My thoughts exactly. That's secure. Bingo.
Yeah, you can just step in and then immediately
Step in, see if there were any coins distributed here, and step out.
Food time.
I am an hungry. What's for food today? It's a turkey. Oh no, it's a stuffed wild quail. If you have a trophy room.
Here's the cheat. Have a trophy.
I haven't even seen the trophy room yet.
20 steps is a lot of steps.
Get us just a little bit farther.
Hillary and further.
boudoir.
Which is going to give us steps
Yes, it is.
to the ladyship's chamber.
And the dice.
A paradise.
Read me some codes, hon.
Yeah. We got 0822.
No.
0127.
No.
1111.
Oh, what? No.
1117.
No.
0222.
No.
0902.
No. None of those either. Maybe the drawing room safe. I think I'd be able to make it back there. Oh.
We got
Pain and Plain.
Plain. We're in rank 7. Got it.
770. So that's
We've already got it. We don't have the archives if the archives has one, and the hallway above it we don't have.
all right. Let's take a look this way then.
It's on the wall, at least one of them.
There's the flan
Plan.
and the fan. L.
Okay.
Crown and a crow. It's N.
That's in row D.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't locked. My fish friends. Bibsh.
Compass.
Needing north more frequently. Would have been nice to have that a while ago.
Indeed.
What do you got there, bud?
Oh.
Plan and plant.
Yep. Recorded.
Right. Let's do it. Servants' quarters. Key for each bedroom. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, and the archive effect is still here. Ho!
That's a lot of keys. What else is in here?
Box. Paint and box?
Or maybe crate, but that doesn't get us there either.
Crate and plate? That's not a you
That's
don't
not a
you don't
plate.
you don't paint a plate. That's like a globe. I think.
Globe, it's somebody painting a globe.
What else? What could this be?
Hello, Vera.
Hi, Vera. We're deep in the paint. Silver would be proud.
Planet. Then, even if it was planet, what would be
Crate.
Earth? But it's not Earth, or is it?
No, we don't. This isn't Earth. This I don't know. Any ideas?
No. We can always come back to it.
There are 12 major keys. Oh, this is Hartley's room.
Yeah. So is that a lie? We don't know, because that was on a red dark room thing, which does that count as red? Or was the light red? I don't know.
And it was printed, so it was definitely not true. Hartley. I know we spoke often of this day, and I don't think there's anything I can say in the past 40 years that I haven't already attempted to tell you in numerous times in the past. Half-stated gratitude always interrupted with tactful and polite repudiations from you. I'd always known this final letter could give the perfect opportunity to finally express myself, uninterrupted by you, and unfettered by social graces, but I don't feel the inclination to say aloud what has always been unsaid. With my passing, I release you from your post in service to the Sinclair family and implore you to live the remainder of your years on your own terms, as scary and unfamiliar of a concept as that may be to you. Besides, I think a more junior valet would be better situated to meet the needs of young Master Simon. To that end, if you wish, you may stay on long enough to oversee the training and establishment of your successor in their post. But as soon as he or she has the lay of the land, my instructions for you to quit must be satisfied. Ignoring what I imagine your objections might be after reading this, I've decided to leave the lake house in Trinsdale to you and your family. My lawyers have all the details of the gift and will be contacting you shortly about the particulars. For the past 4 decades, you have served willingly as the subject and victim to my many whims, games, and riddles, and so rest assured, unlike my nephew, you will not be put to yet another challenge to prove yourself worthy in this matter. The house is yours, without strings or stipulations. I had for a time gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew the humor of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, to say nothing of her. Until we meet again, my friend. Herbert. Oh, Hartley. Served him well for 40 years.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it's like,
and these are his lodgings. God.
We have all of those?
We don't have... Oh, we do.
Monk room?
There are summonings for him?
So weird.
Hartley. Jesus, dude. And this is the bedroom you
valet?
Get? You're the valet. You're his number 2 man.
Bucket?
And they give you this?
Is he supposed to poop in the bucket?
What the hell, Hartley? Jesus, I'm so sorry, man.
I mean, you get a house now, I guess.
Yeah, but you're his.
Years.
But in the Jeeves and Wooster stories, Jeeves is Bertie Wooster's valet, and he sleeps better than this.
Yeah, this could explain why he's on the sly doing other things when he should be available.
No, that's not the guy. That's the other guy. His name starts with a C. Christoph.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's the other driver. The driver and the valet are not the same thing.
Right.
It's the English definition of valet, not the American definition.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, it sounded like the letter like he wouldn't have accepted more than this. He seems like a very stiff man, doesn't he?
Yeah, humble.
Tactful and polite repudiations. Yeah.
But also, like...
Jeez, Harley, you deserve better than this. 40 years?
The wallpaper's peeling.
Christ, man. No problem. Rotunda can rotate? What?
And then the archived also very expensive.
Really expensive, whatever it is. But I don't even know if it'll match up. Maybe this will help.
Oh, there's a big button. That's the antechamber, I think.
Yeah, it's what it
does.
Let's
rotate the board.
All right.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, you can rotate the floor. Well, it doesn't. You can rotate the floor plans.
Holy shit.
That's probably more valuable than the room rotating. That's convenient.
Only 2 permutations are allowed.
Ooh. Still convenient, I suppose. And there's another rotunda access. That's neat. There's always time for just a little bit of science.
Whatever.
If there's a bedroom to draft, then
if we even see the mailroom, haven't seen the mailroom, haven't seen the trophy room, there's a security door there. God fucking damn it.
Back to the rotunda. Let's rotate the board.
Spin!
This is the room I would have in my fucked up rich person house. Big room with big gears turning a thing.
Not locked.
They wouldn't let you build this, right?
Probably not.
Like
probably illegal.
Code.
Sorry, Simon. Out of juice. That's an admirable attempt.
We made it to outside the antechamber.
Sizable hotel. Lots of bedrooms.
Oh, there's a hotel sign. First discovery of her ladyship's chamber and the rotunda and the servants' quarters. The hovel has once again served us quite well.
Indeed. Shame it actually drains. Because with the hovel down, now there's no use for gems.
Well, when you can get the hovel.
Yeah. And it drains. Not only, I mean, with the extra steps.
Yeah.
The hovel is not so bad, but now the hovel means that there's no use for the gems you collect at all.
Mm-hmm.
Which might not actually be great, depending on how you want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I like this theme song.
I do too.
Very relaxing. Give it up for Dave 50!
Simon begins every day by doing a sick parkour vault over the fountain into his new house.
Is it possible that the reason Simon and Herbie didn't know about this, or maybe they did know about this growing up? Like they knew about their connection with the royal family, and like maybe their family just wanted them to grow up like regular kids.
Yeah.
Not tied to all this political bullshit.
It sounds like your mom was...
Simon's mom was...
Politically
active, maybe?
Yeah.
Or at least had politically active friends, which I guess, depending on the government, might be just as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Royalists' tomb.
For every dead end in your house.
Schoolhouse. Classrooms?
That's 8 classrooms.
Classrooms? Oh, this is the old schoolhouse that was shut in the 60s. Herbie.
That must be Herbert Sinclair, not you.
Yeah. Not Simon's brother.
Oh.
What are you talking about? Simon's brother.
Well, because your brother, that would mean your brother was in the 60s, right? If this was closed down in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Herbert Sinclair, so. Also, look at the boiler.
Oh. Shh. Light her up. Let him up.
Now, is it going to explode the mountain? Is it going to lift up the big rock? I want it to lift up the big rock and Cthulhu comes out. And then you're playing Eternal Darkness too.
Closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we were reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but also for all the fundraisers he has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. to the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair. Oh God, what kind of school is it? How do people get to class?
We're gonna teach. That's such a good question.
How do you cannot penalize students for being late to class this way.
Graduating is about making it to your class. If you can get to the graduation hall, you graduate. You have a college degree. You are a doctor.
Allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans serves our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. Decision I'm certain he'll immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you had no one to just bestowed demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I'm still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end? Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Aw, sir. It's, a lot of the pieces of history we're finding are quite tender and sweet.
Yeah.
They're just people trying to get by, and doing their best as time marches on.
With the exception of a heist.
Well, yeah.
And
I mean, who hasn't heisted once upon a time?
And possibly your mom was disappeared.
Yeah. Well, we
Apart
don't
from that.
We don't know that.
Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln. Also.
How was the gameplay?
Also, okay. For the Baron of a place called Reddington, with red being the crown color.
The Red Baron?
Is our uncle the Red Baron? Are we gonna find the pizza room?
Or the plane? Is Snoopy gonna show up?
We threw a plane model out in the bushes, according to the journal.
Yeah. Oh no, because he found it again.
Yeah, he found it again.
Okay, so it won't be out here.
Bell rings and suddenly the cafeteria is connected only to the bathroom. Damn. Can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you? I don't know. Can I? You need to get the hall gems. None of those are a classroom.
Library is kind of a classroom.
It's kind of a classroom.
It's time for that book we ordered. The History of Harindia. This book was... Oh, God.
By the Fen Aries Central Board of Education.
Oh, God. They have a conformist department.
To conform to our department standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination.
Oh, God. It's that kind of... I did not need that reminder today. Oh.
How bad do you think the redactions are?
Detective Von Margle has been here twice. There's Mary Jones. That's Simon's mom.
Yeah. Robert Sinclair.
What was the detective looking for? Write down the name Detective Von Margle for March 2nd, 87 and September 3rd, 87. That could be interesting.
Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it. You're so right. Hang on.
What is it?
These are all dates. It can't be these, right? There's so many dates. There's so many dates.
Just write down the ones Herbert was here for.
Okay, so 02.
This is Herbert's house, after all.
09. X. 3. Orindia. I'm gonna make questions the second page.
Oh, this is written by Caleb. This is Mary's friend. Mary's activist friend.
Oh.
Shit. Alright, this could get ugly. Oh, whoa.
Okay. Oh.
Abandon our past.
No
longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. Is that it?
Is it
Oh,
one
wait,
more
okay.
pages?
Ayera. First king whose name Oris would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Trade agreements and sales receipts.
By the end of the 1st century, a new kingdom was born. God, we don't even get to know the 4th king's name?
No.
It's like comedic amounts of...
Yes, you are supposed to think that these royalists are extremely specific and also stupidly specific.
Yeah.
Araya. Third era.
Oh. I see. We have just... I see what we are erasing here.
The other two countries.
No, a
specific country.
Yeah.
So do you notice the symbol on the southernmost country is the hourglass?
Yeah.
That symbol was on her ladyship's diary.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh.
So is that where we are? Or is she from there? 4th era. Page.
Hello.
Baron Sinclair. Thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status. So it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning, with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I'd hoped. I heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition, and uncensored, copy of the history of India could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play. And perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Bon Margle, Red Guard.
Oh, of the Red Guard.
Okay, so they're like the FBI.
I think that's a glitch.
Or the Stasi, as it would be. I can't undo this.
Oh, baby.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wait,
okay.
Here we go. King Dissolets III.
Was a king.
King of no one grand city of
Fen. Often seen drinking.
Oh, wait, here we go. Decision to move.
King of no one.
Era of ruin. Thankfully, the king died. Prince Learson of Fen. Fensurrection. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. Arch Ares and Nuance. War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years. Saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Christ.
Jesus.
Even the American Civil War wasn't that bad. Black flags that were flown for 5 eras were burned in their place. Red banners were hoisted in the honor of the fallen of Fen. Red banners. Forever exiled. Current era. Fen heirs, Arch heirs, and Araya once again stand united as allies. We all share a common past. Common past not featured.
Yeah.
Now that is interesting. That is very interesting. Oh, the mailroom. Finally. Where have you been, bud? Order placed.
I know we know it's a battery, but it's like, oh look, somebody mailed a pipe bomb.
All right, so this is in handwriting, so it's real.
Yeah.
Trusted Denny Ravain to sender as he is no longer employed with our staff. Oh, something's written down here. Fuck. Did I can't read it without the magnifying lens.
Thing next to it?
Utility room fuse box. Oh, here's a hint. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail.
We got those.
Any button activates blue. Blue next to red activates purple. And 5 purple indicators are needed for the 6th. Alright, well that's probably the best hint we're going to get. Royal Mail. These are deposit boxes. Simon?
From Dad.
Hey, buddy. How's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try and post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your few days on the estate, but not with all the preparations. I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much that I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how happiness this final project brought him. So did both of us a favor. Be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that'll actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. Dad, P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing Dirigiblocks.
Oh, Dad, they haven't patched it in yet.
It's good to know that Simon's dad is supportive of him. So Simon was excited to come here.
I mean,
I would be.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to go?
But also people seem to not think that Simon can solve this puzzle. According to the great Alzara.
Yeah.
Huh.
But your grunkle did.
I know, it's quite intimidating though. Simon, how old is Simon? He's 15, 16?
Somewhere. He's teenage?
He's a teenager?
I think he was teenager.
There's a lot to give one kid.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, if I were 14, 15, 16, I would be more interested in living in the weird mystery house than receiving the house.
Probably. Fruit.
Nom nom nom. I'm...
Corey. Oh, damn it.
Oh, Jim.
Fine. Take my money, you goddamn papists.
What are they, pizza papists? Like, person 2? Angel 2? The dead end anyway. Church closet.
You know, I would like that.
Pretty good. Also, maybe there's a gem over here.
There's one.
Could fucking use a gem. Like the terrace.
Peaceful.
I'd read the hell out of a book out here. I wrote a children's book once.
Who hasn't? Kids can barely read as it is, so how could it be to write for them?
Oh. Absolutely stunned that we have not seen a single gosh dang schoolroom.
Yeah, what happened to that?
There's 8 of them in the draft pool.
Puppy. I can't say no to Puppy. Hi, buddy. Hello.
Hey, Yogi.
Hi, Ducky.
And
Where are the classrooms?
what the hell?
All right, since we're here.
Yeah, we've got 0209 as the day that Herbert checked out the
No.
Nope.
What about the other dates?
We already did those.
We already did those. God fucking damn it. Could be anything.
We get a free redraw if you hate these. Also, you could get a pair of dice.
There we go.
Classroom. You can get free rerolls.
Grade 1. Aw. Fill in each object with its correct color. Each color is only used twice. 10 out of 2. What did he get wrong?
Doesn't say.
My favorite color is red. Ah. The country's flag is red, not blue.
Are all the country flags red?
One of these country's flags is red. Only used twice. So one of these things is not blue, and one of these things is not red. Is the lizard? If the lizard is supposed to be green, then I would guess the flag is supposed to be yellow. Classroom puzzle. Can you find the? Aw, that's cute. Colors. Aw. Oh, the 8 is infinite. Infinite.
Infinite 8. Blank worksheet.
My name is Aw, the apple on the desk.
Yeah.
A classic. I did that for my teacher once. I don't remember which teacher.
Aw.
Oh, hey, the world.
That's not Earth.
It's not Earth. Let's see those 3 countries on this map. There's 3 islands. How strange. RE. Got a B+. Did anybody get it right? B-. Freddy got B-. Is rabbit's foot.
Are all their favorite colors red? You must really
Caleb,
like red.
you must really like red.
My favorite color is red.
There's something a little dark about all the
My
kids'
favorite
favorite
color
colors
is
being
red.
red and the national color being red.
With the big red flag.
Yeah.
It'd be even scarier if the teacher's blank sheet had red pre-filled in.
That'd be dark.
That'd be the dark one. The classroom for each thing like it, you get a free redraw.
And on top of these, you end up seeing a lot of rooms today.
Maybe we didn't do the dates for the
No, we did.
drawing room. Okay.
I mean, if we didn't, we could always go back.
Yeah.
It appears a lot.
True.
Got anything else for me? Another classroom, but I need a pantry.
There's a gym.
There's a
You
gem.
need hall gems to go to class.
Christ, imagine needing gems for your class.
One could argue that the practicalities of this weird house start to fall apart.
A little bit. Just a bit.
Bit.
Oh, hey. Good to have that, since we have that note in the mailroom that I couldn't read.
Yeah.
The gems are in a box that is actually blue. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. Or they're in a box that is actually blue.
If they were in blue, then both statements would be true, which is impossible.
No.
Because that has
2 of them can tell the truth.
But one must be lying.
Right.
And that only a statement that isn't there can't be a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were in blue, both statements that exist would be true because it would be an actually blue box with the word blue on it.
Okay.
So that's impossible. So it can't be in the blue box because it would make both statements true. In the black box, the black statement would be false and the blue statement would be true. So that's possible.
In the white box?
Then both statements would be false. So it can't be.
And then there'd be no box that's had truth to it.
Yeah,
so it has to be the black box.
Black box.
Ta-da. Good job,
That's
sweetie.
2 classrooms.
Good job, honey.
Thank you.
Oh, hey again. Haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah, we haven't done math in a while.
Imagine the kids just fucking walking into the big room, drinking all the beer.
Grabbing a scotch. That's my thing is that statement. It only a statement can be true or false. A non-statement is neither true nor false.
That's maths. 17.
Oh dear, it's maths.
4 times 2 is 8. 15 minus 7 is 8 times 4. Wait. 8 divided by 4 is 12. Is 2. 18 minus 12 is 6. Times 2 is 12. Divided by 6 is 2. 2 keys.
Your normal.
How
keys.
nice. Good to have.
Let's go to school.
Yeah, let's go to school.
And you could still do the entrance hall. You'd still have access to
Grade 2. Do they just appear in order, I guess? Mathematics. Aw.
Starting to add up.
Infinite. Simon.
You have to learn, Simon. Learn like a preschool.
Mathematics worksheet. Find each sum without using signs. Oh, God.
Okay, so yeah, this is a thing they did in school?
So it's not just a puzzle thing that Herbert invented? B+. We basically already know this puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny? Robbie? F? Look at the colors! Maybe Rob's colorblind.
Yeah.
What then? Penelope? Oh, Penny's here. Fomric? Fomric? What if her name is Fomric?
There's our good red flag.
You don't think about how weird and fashy the Pledge of Allegiance is until you're an adult.
That's not true.
I mean, I didn't.
Because where you think about it is when a school makes you recite the Texas Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh God, you had a Texas Pledge of
They
Allegiance?
sure did.
We didn't in Ohio.
And that is when you start to realize that a Pledge of Allegiance is weird because you realize they are attempting to obligate you to it.
Oh God. All right, give me the numbers.
Okay. 0822.
Nothing.
0127.
No.
1111.
No.
1117.
No.
0222.
No.
0902.
No.
And then 0209. Oh, dang.
Nothing. God damn it. Huh. 8 dates, crack 8 safes, but I guess we just don't know whose 8 dates or why. All right, I got some money.
Someday, Dirigiblocks.
Okay. The church will just take the rest.
Oh, it's a green room, so now it's free thanks to the terrace.
Thank God.
Shovel.
Hi, Shovel. How you been?
And we have the kennel, right? So if we dig, it'll definitely be unlocked.
Doggy. I heard that dog sound. Oh,
Aw.
puppy.
Bark, 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 bark. I think from private school, yeah, it was a... And actually, enough parents complained, because enough parents were kids, like, that were transplants, that they, that complained about aspiring to a Texas Pledge of Allegiance, and it didn't end up happening. But they tried for, like, a week or two. This one we did accept for
We did already.
0209, which was the date that Herbert checked out the book.
All right, I guess we will. Give it a crack.
Seems like a fairly insignificant date.
But whatever. It's always the stuff that seems insignificant, you know?
Fair.
Yeah, it's not. Turns out it is insignificant. Gold! I'm spread gold! Alright, now let's take a crack back through the place. Because we have the vault. Oh, that's the vault key.
So, yeah.
It's not the deposit box key.
Ah.
Alright.
We gotta get the vault.
Well, may as well press on then. Yeah. No security doors. Some coins are loose, and there's a trunk somewhere. Huh. All right.
The coins we spread from the office.
Yeah, I know. But there's a trunk somewhere we didn't see. Damn it. Oh, hey.
It's you.
Oh, it's not. He's got like a safari hat.
A dweeb.
Oh, the vault is open wherever it is.
Life is
So this
like
implies
a
that the rooms do
fairy
exist before they are placed.
tale. Yeah. Although,
There's a music room. And a
ooh, sorry, Ghidorah.
something with well, that's the trophy room, I guess, because there's like posters and shit.
Hmm.
There's the nursery.
A dance hall.
All right, neat.
It's not accurate because we have the pool partially drained, and that pool is full.
We didn't do that on this file.
That was persistent. Cause
It was?
Yeah, because you opened up the pool room and it was still half drained.
Huh. All right. Space. People will mistake me for a planetarium. What does that mean? I don't know.
Locked.
Oh well. All right, back to this shit.
Only there was dirt.
Ooh, there's a place to buy keys. Oh, I'm off by a penny. Shit.
Dang.
Shit.
Oh, you could go to the entrance hall.
Yes, I could. I could also go back to the mailroom.
Newgate Prison in the music hall.
Dickens,
Oh,
Charles
that's
Dickens.
enough for
The water's realistically brown.
God. Charles Dickens' world is
Dickens'
somewhere
world.
in this mansion.
A novel is second to none. I don't like any of those, honestly.
I don't like these toppings. That's 2 keys, baby.
Patio. There's only 2 so far.
Yeah.
All right.
The mystery box.
Oh, it's the coat room.
Well, if you want to put something in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then if we can get the vault, then we go hunting for coat check.
Because the vault seems to appear in sort of earlier, mid to early game,
I remember
mid to early
correctly.
ranks, I should say.
Also, it seemed like, if I remember correctly, it was a lot of gems for the vault.
Yes, it was, and we don't have that. So, another time.
Another life.
In the age of wonder.
Probably hard to get to today because there's like 8 classrooms sucking up our bandwidth.
Sucking up all my bandwidth. Oh shit, I turned the wrong way.
Okay, you have.
We do not have the time to make it back. 1, 2,
No.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we can't make it
Dang.
back to the mailroom. Shit, I fucked it.
Oh well.
All right, we'll call it a day.
Simon looked at too many textbooks and had to go to
Architect's
sleep.
Villa.
5 drafting rooms.
That's true. I guess classrooms count as drafting rooms.
Yes. I guess anything that modifies what you can draft is a drafting room.
Fair enough. I'm gonna take a break and go get a cola. So I'll be
Okay.
right back. Feel free to vamp.
Okay. I will make no decisions. I'll just walk around in circles. I'll do laps around the flowers. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I'm having, it's kind of fun to do this game from a secretarial perspective. I just sit here and take the notes. I don't know if that's a common thing. It was a thing for me that when I was little, I wasn't very good. Like you're little. Yeah, we'll go outside. Yeah, we can look at the day 16 letters. They're super diegetic. Hell yeah. Aw, damn, they shy. I don't know. They're shy. They flew away. They're flocking creatures. That's the only explanation I can give. Oh, that's fine. It's 70 steps. 2, we were certainly going to go outside, go do the west path room. So it is a step that I had sort of budgeted for. Jade doesn't like she can call it a day to get her 1 step back. Yeah, it's nice. It's the best roof line. It's quirky.
It's quirky. Okay.
Give it up for day 16.
Give it up for day 16.
Makes it like...
Imagine hell looking ass. Kate Wagner would be so proud. Or ashamed. Don't know which.
Gonna be like November 22.
On the calendar?
Yeah.
Actually, a thought occurs.
Okay.
And this is, you can look this up on your phone if you would, please.
Okay.
So November 7th. What's day 1?
November 7th.
November 7th of 1993. Can you look up November 7th of the real Earth 1993 and see what that day was? Like what day of the week it was?
1993. Day of the week was allegedly a Sunday.
So it was not a Thursday or a Friday. It was a Friday. Sure,
Immunity
I'll take the
to
show.
3 red rooms.
Sure, I'll take that. That sounds useful.
It feels very good if you... Okay, yeah, so it's what, day 16, right?
Yes.
Okay, so... Day 1 was November 7th. So 12th, or 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Would be 16 days if you count.
So today is the 22nd, so on the 23rd, the safe will unlock at 1
Why
a.m.
not just unlock it for today?
It has to be an hour in advance.
Today. We could do an hour after what it is, whatever it is now. Like, if we assume Simon gets up...
Let's set it for noon.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a clock on the outside of the house.
Emergency protocol will... Oh, excuse me? What's that line about emergency protocol? All doors in the house will automatically... If I can find a radioactive object and bring it in here...
All unlock. Whoa. You just do something buck wild.
How
much radiation is that, though?
12 Ulusieverts is like... It's not... I'm like, it's high, but like it's...
Not lethal.
No. That's like... It's definitely above passive radiation. Doesn't say who this is for or to whom. Someone is hiding from the Red Guard in here, though. All right.
We can go look at what the clock says outside. We set it for noon.
Anything down here? No.
Because the mansion has a clock face.
That's true. Which makes me think, does this have a day-night cycle?
I think we calculated that Simon gets up pretty early.
It's like 8 a.m.
8:45. We got a couple hours.
All right, let's take this time to discuss the game then.
Yeah. Got a lot of dates. They've so far been useless. Got more
None of
things.
these dates have opened any of the safes
Yeah.
that we've seen. Which leads me to 3 possible conclusions.
Uh-huh.
1, We just haven't found the necessary dates yet. 2, these dates are significant to someone else who is not Herbert.
Yeah.
And so we do not know what dates to look for. 3, maybe the date format in this universe is strange and we're entering them wrong.
Arguably, we've just entered in a date on the time lock safe.
That's true. But that's not like a... Anyway.
Oh, no, we know the date format is right because that's how you unlocked the orchard.
Fair enough.
Was 1128.
1128. Okay.
And ostensibly that tells us that it won't be used on any other lock because then it wouldn't be 8 dates unlocking 8 safes.
And also that was a gate, not a safe. So, yeah.
True. Maybe that one's, yeah.
Again, I will say that the structure of this game absolutely fascinates me.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a weird period here that happens in a lot of puzzle games where, like, you have a lot of clues, but not a lot of ideas on how to put them together.
Yeah. Something that's interesting about this game, though, for better and for worse, is if you just draft a new room, like, shit, there might be something really, like, helpful in there.
Yeah.
Like, just a, you know... Sometimes you're getting a new perspective is just getting a new ass room that you haven't seen. But if you were not into both halves of this game,
I could see it. I could see one or both of them really grating on you.
yeah. If you just want to play a roguelike or deck builder thing,
This is not the game for you. You want to play a straight up adventure puzzle game? It's not the game for you.
yeah, you have to
But
want
if you're
both.
down for both, and babe, I am down for both.
Yeah.
This game is fascinating. This is a candidate for my best of 25.
I'm trying to think of what else has come out that would be in the running so far. What's come
Skin
out
Deep
this-
has come out, and
Okay,
Skin Deep is also
Deep-
very good.
Skin Deep's have you ever played 2 games side by side that have been more diametrically opposed?
Oh yes. Skin Deep is the polar opposite of this game,
For those,
but
who-
I'm having just as much fun.
yeah,
Skin Deep is the best 4-5-1 I've played since Dishonored 2.
yeah.
Honest it is.
That's entirely reasonable. I'm sort of inclined to agree with you. It's also a game that somebody put this isn't an original thought, but it I think it speaks well to it, is that it is a game that absolutely refuses to be anything other than goofy.
Yeah.
It will not become cool. You cannot play it so well that you suddenly become a badass.
Yeah. You can only fuck up in fun ways and succeed in fucked up ways.
Yeah.
I have had so many close calls in Skin Deep, and I've
Yes.
gotten through by the skin of my teeth.
I think it's telling that game gives you, on fairly short levels, a free revive for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that game really, and when you revive, it stuns everyone around you. They really wanted you to do stupid stuff.
You oftentimes don't get a choice in
You don't,
doing
yeah.
stupid stuff. You got to find out which stupid stuff is best for you. But, like, they don't give you an awful lot of weapons in Skin Deep. And
No.
when they do give you weapons, they don't do a whole lot to heavy units.
Yeah, the auto pistol or whatever.
The auto
is
pistol doesn't do a
basically-
goddamn thing against heavies.
Oh, does it not?
No,
Oh.
those boys shrug it off. The shotgun is really good, but has to be racked every single round.
Yeah, you have to press the button to rack it.
Yeah. The rifle is really good, but like good luck finding ammo for it.
Yeah. So it's like, what are your best weapons? A box of pepper.
A box of pepper, a banana, and a taser.
Yeah. Oh, the sword knife's really good. The only way to get a sword knife is to fuck up bad
Is
enough.
to be stabbed by a swordfish.
Also, half the traps you can lay, you can end up using on yourself.
Oh yeah, and I have. I've slipped on a banana peel in
slipped
real
on your own
life
banana
so many
peel.
times.
It's so funny.
The fun thing, the more dudes you eliminate, the more you have to call in on the walkie-talkie to cover your tracks.
Yeah.
And the walkie-talkie only has enough charge for 3 rings. So
Right.
how does anybody use it?
God, that's one of the best simple systems, and it only works because the game is silly. Is the call off your own search on the walkie-talkie?
Yeah. That goes back quite a ways. That was Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, from 2004. If you forced the enemy's radio signal out of them, you could call off alerts by calling it on your own radio.
Oh, okay.
And then they would once you successfully called off an alert, they would change the radio frequency. The same one wouldn't work twice.
Okay. That's just being Nina and going, X-ray here, everything's
cool.
fine."
And like how she has more pained voice lines for how beat up she is.
Yeah.
And don't look away from the microphone or else you'll be interrupted and it won't count.
Yeah. And yeah, there's the right amount of there's the right amount of quote unquote realism and the right amount of like, this is stupid clown.
They've put a weird amount of thought into how ship subsystems would work. And it's also a game about freeing tiny cats who talk from lockers.
Yeah. Who then email you and like, hey,
Thanks for saving me.
thanks for sending me. Want to check out my SoundCloud?
Yeah, want to try out this restaurant, these recipes I'm trying? Nina, have you ever had Cambodian?
Yeah. Nina, want to see? I want to try and do a fusion of cat and human skateboard tricks.
I've read that series of emails. They're really funny.
And then here we have this game, which is in some ways weirder.
Almost weirder for how more normal it is.
For how muted it is, yeah.
Yeah, and how people aren't that stirred by the strange shit going on in this town.
Yeah.
And like they should be, right?
It's yeah. Like, even the lady who's like, hey, I'm a scientist and I don't know how to get to my workstation. Like, is this
normal?
Is like isn't freaking her out. And also, raises the thing, and you could it's one of those things that they talk about it as at least somewhat diegetic. There is a drafting pool that
somewhere
people have to interact with,
and like rooms can be removed from it, and you can be trapped in a room until somebody plays it again. But plays it where?
And the thing about it, so we added,
where am I putting these?
Right, we added 8 classrooms to the draft pool, which implies that even if normally there aren't, there can be more than 45 rooms worth of rooms in the draft pool, which means that there is more house than can fit in the house. Is an absolutely weird, wild thing that isn't even the central mystery of Weird House.
It's like, this is not the sequel to Outer Wilds that I expected.
No, yeah.
But this is kind of the sequel to Outer Wilds, you know?
Yeah. Apparently that team is has announced they're working on a new game.
Thank fuck. God, they deserve it.
They deserve it unless they don't want to. In which
I
case,
know.
If that
Outer Wilds is one of those games where I do not mind if there is never a peep from it ever again.
Yeah.
Completely perfect in its own way.
That's the thing. If they did like, I think we talked about this. Would I play Outer Wilds 2?
Damn right.
Of course I would play Outer Wilds 2. Because you'd gotta know. You'd have to, even if it came out.
Even if it came out and it sucked.
You'd have to know.
Even if it came out and it was the most dire disappointment I've ever seen, I would have to know.
Right. But if they came out and they're like, we're never going back to this universe, we're never doing this thing mechanically, I'd be like, hey, I get it.
Yeah.
If I did that, I wouldn't try and follow it up.
How do you follow that act?
That's probably part of the reason it took so long for them to announce working on something is like, it's gotta be a little bit scary, right? Like, you're the Outer Wilds people.
You're the Outer Wilds people. You got all the awards in 22. All of them.
Isn't that kind of like what Toby Fox talked about? Is like,
I
did this thing and then I was really scared to make Deltarune for a really long time.
Because Undertale was not supposed to explode in that window way it did.
Yeah.
It was just supposed to be a fun project that he worked on while waiting for Homestuck to start again. And instead, all the fucking Homestuck fans ate it up like the last cracker on Earth.
Yeah. And then, God, it's this weird thing of like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, you have to be a good game dev to make a good, successful video game. But it is also just luck and magic and unreality, right?
Lots of times it is, I'm sorry to say. Hey, Wildermyth is also a very hard act to follow.
Yeah.
There is no other game like Wildermyth. That is one of my favorite games of all time.
I get it. It's sad because you'd love to see them do more, but like.
But hey, I understand. If you can't do it, you shouldn't try. You should not whip people into working crunch time to try and make a game that might not even be good.
Well, the other thing about it is
you should politely close down instead of firing everyone.
The other thing that I think about a lot with that is, that's a good game to buy a shirt
That's a
for.
very good game to buy a shirt for.
The other thing I think about is, so like if you're Zeekers, you could make games the rest of your life and they could all fail and it doesn't matter because you made Lethal Company as one person and you're basically set, probably.
Yeah.
But,
Toby Fox made his $1 million, moved to Japan, and nobody knows anything else about him. And that's the way he likes it.
And if I had to guess, I bet Wildermyth did not make people enough to live on forever. I bet it made them enough to work on the next creative project.
And they chose not to.
And part of the reason is, like, if you look at games are so much of a crapshoot that, like, oh shit, dog. Are we really gonna spend 2 years of our lives and risk what we did make for a second crack at the improbable, you know?
With the industry and the state it's in these days, no.
Right.
Nuh-uh. I find my one thing. If I'm a game dev in 2025 and I find my one thing that makes me a decent chunk of money, I am gone.
You either cash out or the thing that made you success is so repeatable. And this is going to sound like me being mean, and I don't mean it to be. Like, there was one guy I read about that was like, look, half my career I just made different match 3 games. And like, that's how I paid my bills.
Yeah.
I just used the engine again. Oh, Beastbreaker, yeah.
I don't know anything about Beastbreaker. What is that?
It's like a if it's what I think it is, it's basically it's Lords of Disconia from UFO 50.
Oh.
But as like a full game.
Okay. I'm interested.
Yeah.
I would at least look at it. It's 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I had a weird day. I had a rough day.
I'm sorry.
But it was okay. Not a whole lot especially scary actually happened, but I was really worked up about it, as you know.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, in fact, know.
So not a whole lot got done today. That's all right. Made some wassail.
Yeah, I had some wassail.
I hope you liked it.
I did.
Meh.
Had some wassail. I did work that went mostly smooth. Means of
playing this amazing game with my cob.
Yeah. I was also playing a bit of an archipelago.
I saw. How's that going?
It's going really good so far. Well, I say I've made a ton of checks. I think I've given people a lot of useful things. I desperately need like 1 or 2 things. And who knows? I mean, that's kind of the excitement of doing a multi-person archipelago, is like the next time I log back in, they might be there. But it is just funny to be playing like Mega Man Battle Network, and then you're like, oh, gave a piece of heart to so-and-so. Is never not amusing. So
I do have a question for you,
yeah.
Since we're here and investigating the interesting comparisons between our real 1993, Earth 1993, and this place. Do you have a favorite like video game universe that is like pseudo-realistic? Like technology is similar, people are similar to Earth, but it is not Earth. Do you have a favorite one of those? Because mine might be the Isolas from Disco Elysium.
Okay, well, so we have to do we have to separate out. Favorite as a narrative construct, the Isolas from Disco Elysium may well be a top contender.
Right.
Although you could argue that they're earlier than like the 90s.
Yeah.
But they're a contender for cool setting that is close to life. But in the realm of want to live in,
No.
absolutely not. Absolutely would not want to live there. It's a place I want to read about. The answer, it's such a basic answer for the one I most want to live in. It's Pokemon, right?
Yeah, fair.
It's Pokemon,
It's
right?
Pokemon.
You have to assume they have free healthcare if the Pokemon get free healthcare.
Yeah.
What if dogs couldn't talk, but they could understand you?
I mean, they kind of understand
They
us
kind
now.
of understand. And, like, could be a cool electric dog.
I like the Strange Real universe from Ace Combat a lot.
Okay.
It's basically a universe where, like, if you don't know, or do you?
I know a little bit.
Okay, so the Ace Combat Strange Real universe is like, technology is the same, jets, modern cities, computers, everything. It's just that all the land masses are very, very different, and the countries are very, very different. And because it's Ace Combat, pretty much all warfare happens in airplanes, because it's Ace Combat. But it's just a fascinating idea. It's like, yeah, technology has advanced so far that, like, most warfare is done in the coolest possible way.
Yeah.
They fight over a space elevator. There's, like, giant laser weapons and shit.
Mm-hmm. It's too...
Ace Combat mentions an Italian bistro, yeah.
Citizen Sleeper is too far in the future to count for this discussion.
Probably, yeah.
But that is a fascinating setting.
I've always been fascinated by the setting of Deus Ex as well, where, like, every conspiracy theory you've ever heard about is actually true. They're all true. And, like, that actually makes the story way sillier.
I guess it's not a video game setting, but the setting of the Peripheral book and its sequel. I forget if they're just called the Peripheral trilogy. The third one's not even out yet. But it is so it's the book opens, well, actually both books open on a separate thing, because the quirk is 50 years from now, basically the things that we're living through now reach more or less their logical conclusion and extreme, and about 90% of Earth is wiped out.
Okay.
And the 10% remaining are forced to get their shit together.
Okay.
And so things start improving. They actually earnestly battle pollution and climate change and disease and stuff. And so it goes pretty well for the people who are living, but it wasn't that many people, and so they call it the jackpot. The thing that happens in the people in the jackpot that is relevant, you know, beyond all their other technological advances, is somebody discovers that they have the technological means to make contact into alternate realities of their own past. And in doing so, they seem to split off in different ways, both subtle and great, from the timeline. Like, it creates a split timeline. And so the book is about basically these a person, and their motives for doing so are unclear, who is using the ability to contact these different alternate pasts and trying to basically infiltrate them with as much influence as possible to prevent the jackpot from having ever occurred.
Huh.
It doesn't matter for their timeline.
But we just want to make at least one other timeline where the Earth doesn't get completely fucked.
Right.
Because that would be nice.
Yeah. And so for all intents, for all they know, these are real timelines and stuff. But it's like, so they basically like hook into someone's like VR headset and like start talking to them through a VR headset. And it's like, hey, I'm going to send you schematics for a thing that you can already build in your universe that I'm going to like port into.
Okay.
And stuff. And that is a fascinating conceit of and so one of the books opens up and it is Our World, but it's, and they don't use the names, but it's clearly the crisis point is Hillary wins. It's that Hillary won is happened at basically the point of incursion by the future timeline.
That's the alternate version of our universe that they enter. Is the universe where Hillary won?
It kind of implies that the act of them entering altered the election. And so, but it's like, it's like, okay, and they're like, oh, well, that's already different. It's like, how much does it change? Does it actually stop the almost end of the world?
And
the most fascinating person is I forget if she has a title, but there's a lady named Ainsley Lowbeer.
Lowbeer?
Yeah. And she's weird in that she is like an extrajudicial, I guess, police force for only government elites.
Huh. She only kills government elites?
She just exists. Like, she describes herself as like, the world got so fucked up that the powerful elite realized they needed me as a check and balance to prevent them from doing it again.
That'll never happen today.
They invented me to kill them. And then one of the spoilers for the book, one of the main things is the elite deciding that they don't need her anymore. And so she disappears. And somebody's like, oh God, I think they're really going to kill you. And she's like, that's cute. Don't worry. This happens like every 50 years. And it's like, how old are you? She's like 180 or whatever. And she disappears them by, it's not even clear how she kills them because she disappears the room that they are in.
Oh.
Like, they were getting lunch in a diner and somebody goes to bring them wine and they open it up and it is just a slightly suspiciously larger storage closet. And the room and the people are gone and never heard from again. Cool book.
Sort of reminds me of this, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It all comes back to this. Not long now.
Maybe it'll make a sound.
Maybe. The good news is it stays open for 4 hours, which, as we can see from having waited for 3, is like, it's not Majora's Mask timeline.
Yeah, I want to say it moves it like 6 times Earth time.
Yeah.
6x or 7x, something like that.
Canned water. There's something about it being canned, and I know you can have canned water, but the act of calling it canned as opposed to bottle just tells you, somehow makes it like explosively desperate sounding.
There's no I on this keyboard.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Remember, there's no I in QWERTY. There's also no 8, no 7, 8, or 9, or 0. How do you use this thing again?
There a W?
Yeah.
Okay.
QWERTY.
Okay. There are all the letters for Swan Song.
It'd be very surreal if there weren't.
And it's one of those things that in any other game, you'd just be like, well, clearly they just wanted an asset and, how many people are going to look at the keyboard. But in a puzzle game, you're sort of incentivized to be a sicko about it, right?
Right. There we go.
It is. A little gem stand.
Number 7. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long set unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference that you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to suspicions that I've harbored for these past years, suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I've never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. Circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances. A conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were, in fact, responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront. And I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing. A date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with a notable theft of the Ruby Crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe the scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Courtney.
It occurred to me in reading that, and also with what you picked up, that we have at no point other than now picked up a red gem.
Right. All right. What date did you have for Marion disappearing?
It says the search continues on February 22. This is saying September.
All right. Right next to it, September 22nd. Who is Courtney?
But if the search continued on the 22nd when it was reported, she ostensibly went quote unquote missing, and the search started later or earlier.
It's possible it happened a few days before, I suppose. We'll keep that in mind. Write a note that that's like the modified version of Marion's disappearance.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling. Anyway, back to the game we're playing.
7. Yeah.
Courtney.
It's worth the wait. We got a fun intrigue. We don't know who Courtney is, though, do we?
No, yeah, Courtney is
a
friend or cousin of Marion's, maybe.
Would make her not our aunt. Not how it works.
Crown with 8 rubies, 2 of which were found. Guess the red envelopes are permanent. But one of them is missing.
Never find it, allegedly.
Oh, you're right.
Happy. The pump activities are permanent. Well, not permanent, but... God, the storeroom is a powerful room.
It is now.
2 keys is the king's ransom.
Fucking tired of the chapel. Broken lever.
Oh.
Hello?
And field repairs?
A turnip. Delicious.
We just have to acquire the greenhouse.
True. Back here.
Oh,
Back
fuck.
at it again at Krispy Kreme. The other two boxes are true.
Can not be
The other
true.
two boxes are blue.
Those are
So these are both wrong.
Those both have to be wrong, yes.
The other two boxes are empty. That must be true.
That must be true. Unless I have severely messed up logic.
All right.
We got 3 gems. Plus we can lower the security early on before you've even seen a security door.
Nothing of interest. It's
Metal
up to you, bud.
detector.
How you doing, metal detector?
There's that.
Oh, yes. Coins.
Ching.
Fine.
You don't have to enter it right now if you.
Ah.
That's valuable. Coin purse.
Oh, is it now? Showroom?
Luxury items.
Damn, me with no gems. Oh, I'm sheltered from this.
That's right. I forgot. We have the
Spent
shelter.
so long just staring at shit.
Oh, yeah. Even though we were staring in the shelter. I forgot. Also, I'm not saying we should draft it, but it feels so good to draft the weight room on a day where it's going to be sheltered.
Oh. Where is it? Ah.
There it is.
Recairn. Whoopee! Your package has been delivered.
Package delivered. Hey, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Amateur lockpick kit, magnifying glass, and 2 gems. Okay. As I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever prove that he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Did they? I don't know.
Oh. Press E and have a chance at the lockpicking kit.
Damn it. Simon. Damn it, Simon. Ah, study. I haven't seen the study yet. Think. Ooh, a safe.
Oh, baby, here we go.
44 letters in the message. Ace and ace. Yes, we figured that out already. Unused pairings. Huh.
Queen in here.
Black Queen begins on D8. Oh, there's no pair in this room. Oh wait, there's beer, paint and pint. There we go. Rank 7C. Paint and pint. So so A, yeah.
Small. Probably small, right?
Yes. That's 7A is almost definitely an S. But we'll see. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all of the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'd like Illusion will think this can be pulled off by Thursday. Cool. So if you hadn't figured that out yet,
yeah,
this would just flat out tell you. Time for some numbers, babe.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
Anything related to Herbert? This is his room.
Most of these have been Mary and Marigold. Let's see. So Marigold literary honor, Swinburne interview, author detained by Red Guard. Marigold drops her publisher. Marigold search continues. The museum heists. Herbert checks out the history of Orindia, and the 7 months later are the dates that we have.
Damn.
So nothing super Herbert related.
So that probably won't work. What day did Marion go missing?
We don't have an exact date. We know that they were searching for her, and it was news on 0222. And Courtney suspects that 7 months later, which would be like 0922, is when it actually happened.
Neither of those work.
Oh, Robin.
Oh, well.
Median.
Ew, Midian.
It's Median.
And give up the Mountain Dew Xbox.
Damn.
Fucking shit.
Well, we got plenty of other houses.
Yeah, there's plenty of other places to go.
Find some keys. Check yourself out.
Check your coats out.
I would give up the undo Xbox for you, Median.
I would still love you if you were one.
Every other innocent person.
It's a kind of a big one, Marion, but you know what? Yeah, let's just get rid of you.
That's a valid strategy.
That's right here.
Also,
hi.
I forgot.
Oh, a card!
Hell yeah. Now high security would actually be valuable.
What the fuck?
Yar, matey, a treasure! Have we already been there?
Have we?
Yeah, right? That's the spare room, isn't it? Or is it one above the spare room?
That's either the spare room or the closet.
You can click the treasure map.
Where is the treasure map? Oh.
Right there. 1, 2, 3. It's the 6th. Rank 6. In the spare room.
Yeah, that's the spare room. Okay. That's interesting.
I forgot.
Interesting development there.
So the I think it's because the lavatory normally has nothing in it, but because it's sheltered to give it something.
All right.
Now it's like a cool room instead of a shit room.
Literally.
Well, it still is, but
since we're here.
rank that shit up.
There's no maximum setting? All right.
No. It gave items. The lavatory went from being
useless to a useless dead end to something with a treasure map.
Having
in
a
it,
treasure map, a key card, and a gem.
All right. X marks the spot.
Go. We have a shovel, right? Yeah. And this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cruise around, do a little sweep. Oh.
Oh. Yes, I see.
Time to start digging.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
exactly this bit. Busting through the floor, Simon. This takes you a while.
Getting through.
A chest! Coffers of Mount Holly? 8 gems? Simon, what the shit?
Yeah. Still need 1 key to advance past the drawing room, but once we do, we're in
alright.
We're in the fucking money. That was the best crapper.
It was getting weird. Weirder.
Well, the answer, River, is we also have a power now because we drafted the study that lets us use them to reroll. So worst case, it's 8 rerolls. Best case, it's some funky rooms.
Shame we're running low on steps.
Yeah, but if we get like some bedrooms, that could turn around for us in a jiffy.
This'll help.
Fuck it. Optimal passageway.
And that will also help.
Less common rooms. Also, we can keep
The coop.
We can pick a new book to check out.
That's true. Have we read them all? Architectural Digest and the Pump System User Manual, I guess, if we get really bored. Music room. We haven't been there yet.
We could also do the funny thing and get the freezer and freeze 6 gems.
That'd be nice.
A major key and a minor key is so fucking stupid. I love it.
The silver key.
Any doors, Ed boy.
Find here within these first words sung, the key you seek in major tongue. But half the sheets are missing from the 4 you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among the scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys, in bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea. In bold words sung, I do repeat, the ones of you who often assume that you alone can solve this tune, and likely going to get your due, and all the rage that will ensue while working on this simple clue. White pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, And from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with ink that bleeds.
Well, laying it on a little
First
bit.
words on the...
Laying it on a little thick.
Perhaps.
Greenhouse.
The greenhouse. Sledgehammer. Oh, here's page 5. Sheets. We've already read that one. Oh, this is kind of a shit place to grow plants.
Oh, is this is the Baron room, square, isn't it?
Yep. Crank it. There's the silver moon. Once.
That was the south entrance.
Indeed it was. We're not going to make it back in time.
Have a key.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
12. Cutting it close. But
We would need to draft something very specific, 2 very specific rooms to make that work. But let's take a crack at it here at the end of our session.
I've been engrossed.
I have as well.
Plus we have redraws if needed.
Nuclear!
I mean, it's not your house yet. You can't just tear up the floor.
That one's like, fucking make me. 4. Shall we? Aquarium.
Aquarium will get you there. Or we'll get you to the next room. And we just need something that goes up from here.
Yuki's.
Oh yeah.
A brick.
Okay. So we need something that goes up. Commissary does it, right?
Boudoir also gets us dice. And
Tab just to make sure it connects.
It does.
It does.
And it'll save on gems if whatever's in here requires a gem. Could. You never know.
Oh, good call. House and hose, right?
Looks like it. So you.
We have
Yeah,
U
I
and
see.
G.
I know what it is. Hunt.
And what was that? Did we see that photo?
This photo?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's
it's
the Christmas photo.
You couldn't. You shouldn't have.
Yeah.
It's a little weird that there's Christmas in this universe, isn't there?
True.
They don't have Christ.
That's you
They only have angels.
That's true. You raise an excellent point. That is weird. But that's like weird on like a existential level. I guess let's go in this cool room that we will have literally, it's the last thing we will do.
Hello. The basement key. To continue up, you must go down. So close.
So close, but also, where the fuck's a basement?
I have a theory, but that's calling
Yeah.
it. That's all for today, and that's all
Okay.
for our stream today. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess we did. We already.
That
sort
is
of did a
perhaps the most
discussion.
appropriate. That's the most appropriate place to stop.
Yeah,
A garden villa.
because we had 4 green rooms. Escape the green room.
This game's sick. I love
Game's
this game
pretty
so
sick.
much. It was so cool.
It's really neat. There is nothing like it.
I love games that are nothing like other games.
Yeah.
I love Wildermyth. I love Outer Wilds. I love Hi-Fi Rush.
Obra Dinn, yeah.
Obra Dinn.
It's so cool, and it'd be so hard to. The other thing, this would be so hard to replicate.
Yeah.
Like, hey, lots of people have tried to make a Balatro clone, and I don't think the fact that it's possible to try and make a Balatro clone makes Balatro bad. But there is something interesting about, like, look, you could try and make this if you wanted. You could try and squeeze a Mist into a deck builder,
And they've done it.
but like, it was probably miserable to do the first time. You gonna do a second knockoff version? But yeah, it's sick as hell.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Who do we want to? Oh, maybe also. I know I've done that a fair bit, right? But Luli has made affiliate recently.
Oh, has she?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So do like a little celebration. Over to Luli. She got to make affiliate. Plus, I feel bad because I took literally all of her cities in Dokapon Kingdom.
Oh.
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. It was great. I loved doing it. Thank y'all for coming out. I hope y'all had fun. And
I sure
see
did.
y'all on Sunday.
Good night.
Have a good one.